tonight it's Division 2. As you can see, we are at USA. Joined tonight by Peter.
Finally back in the commentary box after a few weeks out for Division 2, so glad to be back.
Yeah, it's good to have some company tonight. I think I did the last... I think I did Rush on my own, join me, but yes, always good to have someone alongside.
Yeah, just to keep an eye on all the action that can happen.
Yeah, and we've got 14 drivers tonight, so decent turnout. Could be worse. And it has to be said, there's a lot of name changes that have gone on, but they should all be able to figure them out.
Yeah, I think the two that we really need to look into really is I'm Low Key and Bertie at the moment, who are two guys battling out for the title, and I think it could come down to this race itself.
Yeah, we've been told there's 91 points between Loki and Bert, so Bert's gonna need to win all of them and get 1 second place, and Loki's DNF, so in all of them. So I think it's a bit unlikely. Loki's not a bad driver, so
yeah, it's all going to come down to basically luck in Bert's favour.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. I think it's just a case of when rather than if, but I hope I'm wrong.
Yeah, yeah, we'd love to see a driver's battle go all the way to the end, but when the driver has a strong either start to a season or a strong middle stint, they tend to pull away a bit.
Yeah, for sure. I think Bert didn't turn up last week, so
hasn't given himself any favours, has he?
No,
not missing a race.
No, I mean, I think it says a lot about what he thinks his championship chances are.
See, it's interesting to see what tyres drivers decide to pick for this qualifying session. I understand that the Ultra Soft, I think this is one of the tracks that was really harsh on tyre temperatures, but I'm not too sure whether the patch that we had a couple of weeks back has influenced any ability for them to start on a set of Ultra Softs.
Yeah, for sure. I think I have done a 50% here before Ultras to Softs, but tyres were very marginal.
Yeah, I've been in the same situation, but I think I did a 2-stop. I ended up doing a 2-stop, which didn't really help because you think the 2-stop would be better just because you're pushing a bit more and putting more faster times in, but you can't really regain that pit stop time.
Yeah, for sure. Not in a 50% race anyway, maybe. As TMC Callboy, obviously previously known as Joe Callboy, as marked us 1:32.5 on softs. I think that looks like a good time, to be honest, but we will see.
First bank of that coming in.
Yeah, he's ahead of the keeper. Ahead of the keeper on the softs. Obviously his first runs, nothing to read too much into, but the keeper, I believe, won last week.
Yeah, he's improved. Well, he's giving a nice little bit one for his money, but then is that Boblet, Scott? It's not even quicker, but he's on a set of super softs.
Yeah, interesting how close they are, and Loki's won that soft battle on the first runs, goes a 10th clear with Happy Fish.
I don't think anybody will want to start on the Ultras, but if you want to just go for fruition, then the Ultra Soft will be the one. Or if there's I don't think there'll be any rain influence in the race, otherwise you would have seen a lot of drivers already on a set of Ultras.
Yeah, that's true. Very true, but Cordy's fancying it though. He's on the Ultra Soft, so he's doing a flying lap, so no return if he sets a lap time here.
Yeah, he's already set a banking lap, but incredibly slow out lap. But he's also very low on fuel, so I think he's coming in now.
Yeah,
Not running high.
he's not using any ERS, so I think he's probably just using this time to practice, and he will go on to the supers or softs at the end. It's quite sensible, really. Just a bit of track knowledge.
Yeah, I tend to do that a few times. But I normally go for the harder compound to take time to take track knowledge, because 9 times out of 10 you want to start on the middle compound as you will want to start one stop. But I know a lot of drivers favour the harder compound to start and then finish stronger on the middle compound, and also it gives you a little bit of a beneficial if you can make those harder compounds last even more and then go on the softer compound.
Yeah, for sure. I think you are right about the middle, the super softs, because on the softs you're going to be very slow. You're going to get jumped at the start by people on the softer compound, so I think that is the best place.
It benefits people that are on the softer compound to make it if there's a safety car, say 6 or 7 laps into the race, then people that are on tyres that are wearing out a lot more, say the super soft runners, or even if you risk the ultra softs, they could make essentially a free pit stop.
Yeah, definitely. But fortunately the safety car is a little bit of a rare occurrence, especially a full one.
Yeah, that's true.
I've had
a lot
few
of times you see incidents on track and you think that should be a full safety car, but then nothing even comes out at all.
Yeah, not the strongest point of the game, the safety car for sure. They seem to be having problems with that for a long time.
Let's see whether anybody's on a lap. I think MC Corby is on a lap in that McLaren.
Yeah, definite hot lap. Been on board with him throughout his out lap, and now still on board with him in his flying lap. He's looked very clean through sector 1. Looks good.
Time to beat at the moment, just to be in the top driver on the soft is a 32.3. But it's not too far away from pole position at the moment. Only got to find 3.5 pence extra.
Yeah. Going to see some track evolution. I expect all those guys on softs, as you said, will go onto the supers towards the end. But I suppose with the softs, you can see where you are and see if you actually need to do it, or you're just happy with where you are on the softs.
Yeah, if you're in a situation like I'm low key is, you think maybe doing a lap on the supers could work if he wants to start on pole, but he's only really gaining 1 position.
Yeah, true. I imagine others around him will improve though.
Yeah, they should do. Corby crossed the line. He set a 132.6. It's not too far off the pace compared to his teammate.
Yeah, TMC Wesker just starting laps on manual gears this week. He was using last week. He's learning a little bit. Was suspicions about his driving last week, but mainly they wanted to see whether he was on auto or manual. And as you can see, he's revving out the car quite nicely, and he is definitely on manual, so let's see if he can improve his performance.
Yeah, he hasn't set a lap time at the moment, but he is out on the set of softs. There's still got to be about 8 minutes left in the session, so he should be able to do a hot lap on this tyre, do an in lap, and then if he needs to switch to preferably the supers.
Yeah, definitely. It's looked a good lap so far from Wesker. Shifting down the... Yeah, he's shifting down the gears very quickly. Don't really know if that's good or a bad thing.
I think if you don't want to put a lot of pressure on the brakes, people tend to shift down quicker just to try and slow down the car, using the gearbox rather than using the brakes.
Yeah, that is super fast. I don't know if you're on board watching his telemetry, but it's
Yeah, I
yeah,
am.
it's faster than usual.
Quite quick.
Yeah, but I suppose he is learning it, so it's not going to be as smooth. I think the problem with shifting down too quickly is instability. It just the car can kick out. If you're in 7th gear and then you suddenly are in 2nd, you're gonna experience a lot of...
Or if you're shifting down that quickly, you shift down either 1 or 2 gears lower than you should do, you're going to lose your rear going into some corners.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a good lap from Wesker. I'm surprised that it was only a 32.8, to be honest. Well, I say only, it's still a very competitive lap, but...
Yeah, it's very close to Yarman. There's only 1,000th of a second separating those two, 8th and 9th at the moment. But yeah, all the top 5 are all now out on super softs.
Yeah.
No, not. Bertie's on ultras. Bertie's set a time on ultras actually.
He has. He's slower than Boblet.
To be fair, he needs the gun to get him start in front of I'm low key, but whether that's a great strategic pull from Ferrari, we'll soon find out.
Yeah, I mean the advantage of ultras is you can pull away at the start and enjoy some clean air.
Yeah, that is true.
The keeper
goes, yeah, quickest.
Ooh, Afri finished 3,000th behind him.
Yeah, so good pace from Red Bull. I think who's on a lap? PMC Merck's on a lap, just starting. Bert's on an out lap, and I think Beekeeper and Athlete's on an out lap as well.
Yeah, it's on board with Racy because he's looking like he's setting. He was on the ultras, but I think he ran wide a little bit.
Yeah, he's in the pits now. Ford is going very slowly. Oh, he's run out of fuel. That's why he's going slowly.
Maybe Fordy's looking...
He's going to be the driver setting a lap at the moment.
Okay, yeah, we're just on board with him now. I think Fordy's maybe thinking I'll try and start P12, P13 and have completely fresh tyres for the race. It's not a bad strategy.
Beneficial.
Yeah. It's the problem with the small grid. It's not it's not too much of a small grid. Yeah, we'll just have to wait and see, I guess.
Yeah, but the C is when if you don't want to qualify and you're qualifying outside the top 10, there's not many people who are going to be starting either in front or behind you on a fresh set of tyres.
No, exactly.
Yeah, Merck has gone third provisionally.
Yeah.
Currently 4/10 off the two Red Bulls.
Yeah, interesting that Afri has not gone into the pits. Just putting another lap of wear, so is he going for another run? Like, I was surprised that they came out with 6-7 minutes to go if they were looking to only do one run on the supers, because obviously you don't get the full benefit of the track evolution.
No, you don't. And I'm just on board with Afri now. He's got low fuel and he's not running high ERS, so he might have made a mistake. So he might have been going for one more, but I think he might have made a mistake. Yeah,
because the fact he's pushing, he's going to put it's not like a slow in lap where you put like 1 or 2% on your tyres. This is going to put 4 or 5% each tyre, I'd say. So yeah, we'll see. Maybe he's trying to rush to the pits and get an ultras running, because the keeper's just put a set of ultras on.
He has, but he hasn't left pit yet. But interestingly, it was so extreme now, coming around a few final corners on a set of ultras. He's gone to the pit again. I think he's just trying to get used to the track and probably not going to set a time.
Yeah, and another guy that hasn't set a time, Mata, is now finally starting to do that with 2 minutes to go on the softs, so could be a smart move.
I spoke to him before the race, and he said that he wants to start on the softs. If he fails to get inside the top 10, he won't mind, because he'll probably just put on another fresh set of softs. I think he'll be looking to get inside that top 10.
Yeah, he's got that. He's got the benefit of track evolution on his side, and they did, highest soft runners of 32.3. So if you can get around that, he'll be very happy. And that's Loki.
Also, just noticed Boblet Scott is out on a set of ultras, and Bertie's just come back out on a set of ultras as well. And so is D-Keeper. He's on ultras. I'm not too sure, and I think Afra's coming out as well. So a lot of the drivers that have already set their times on the supers are maybe thinking about an ultra run, but then again they could fail out at the end if it's not beneficial to them.
Yeah, it's probably just a security policy. If they see themselves dropping down to P6, they'll push.
Yeah, I think, and at the moment Bertie is in front of I'm Low Key, which is key for him, but I'm Low Key only needs to finish. If Bertie was to win, I'm Low Key needs to finish inside the top 3. I think I got that right. Did I read it right? I'll have a look. No, he needs top 6. No, yeah, it needs 6. Anywhere inside the top 6.
Okay.
So pressure is on, not really on Low Key, because of 14 runners. He only needs to finish in the top half really, and he'll be crowned champion.
Yeah. Joe, I think these guys, they're going to set their laps with, it's just an outlap for Joe warm up, but he's going to cross the line with 15 seconds to go. And that's probably perfect timing really, on his one and only set of supers.
Yeah, it'll be good to, I'm trying to see who we can ride on board with. I think everyone is out on the lap is going to make it. D-Keeper's just crossed the line just in time to make it. I don't know who his teammate is. His teammate just made it with 1 second to go. I think Afri has just nailed that perfectly to be the last guy on track.
Yeah, and that would explain why he was pushing on his in-lap.
He's very close to not making it. But then again, he is currently sitting P2. I'm not too sure many guys would be able to knock him many places down. I think I'm Low Key would probably be 1 and 30 as well.
Yeah, Bert on a fresh set of ultras. I'm sure he can improve, because Boblet Scott's 2 tenths in front of him on the super softs. So I'm sure Bert's got time in him.
Yeah, we might see a lot of different changes as clock has run out. Only 3 have made it to the finish line.
Porty jumps up to P6.
Bert is coming around the final corner now. We'll see if he improves.
But Loki,
he needs to improve.
No, Loki doesn't.
Gets third. No, Loki doesn't. So
I think he invalidated.
Bertie's in a situation where he needs to be.
Joe coming across the line on the supers. What can he do? P4, highest super runner starter. So that's really good news for Joe. Well, no, I think I've said that too earlier. I have.
Oh, extreme that.
Extreme on the ultras.
Afri retired from the session. And D-Keeper, I don't know whether he improved or wanted to improve.
No. Yeah, no, I got that wrong. I was on fitted instead of best. The 2 Red Bulls are the highest super runners. So,
out of nowhere, Extreme taking pole.
Yeah, Extreme on pole on the ultras by a 10th and a half. But Keeper in second, Afri in third. Separated by 3 thousandths on the supers, very close. But in fourth, Joe in fifth, Merck in sixth, Boblet Scott in seventh, Pordy in eighth, Wesker ninth, Loki 10th, Jake 11th, Yaram 12th, Racy 13th, and Matter 14th. Did set a lap, but he'll get completely fresh at the beginning.
I think I'm Loki's time. His quickest time was set on the softs, and he was one
Mm,
position away from getting a brand new set of tyres.
yeah. But I mean, a little bit of wear on the softs is not too bad, to be fair. Compared to a completely fresh set, it's not much difference. It obviously all helps, but it's not.
Yeah,
It's not. Yeah.
I think with the tyres being already warmed up and rubbed in a bit, it might be
Mm.
easier to start on rather than a fresh set.
Yeah, that's true. Scrub set, they always say, is comes up to temperature quicker. I'm just going to check the
So,
stream.
what's your prediction then? Who do you think is going to take it? Do you think Loki's going to be able to take the title?
Yeah, I think based on the tyre compounds used in qualifying, I think. Well, he's 91 points, so you say he needs 6th. I think he needs 5th.
Fifth, then even more of a little bit more of a challenge. But then again, Bertie needs to be winning the race.
Yeah, that's the thing. There's massive to ask. Bert's starting the ultras. He's got super soft runners in front of him. Loki's on the soft, so yeah. I think Loki will get P5 or above, irrespective of whether Bert comes first.
Yeah, I think it's going to go down to because he's starting on those softs, and we know what Loki's like with pace. He can take advantage quite early on if he needs to, and he'll be on the quicker tyres at the end of the second stint as well. Even at the end, after the first pit stops, he'll be on the quicker tyres compared to everyone else.
Yeah, he'll be very quick at the end. He just needs to keep it clean, because you get wing damage on that long first stint, then he's going to have to change to a 2-stop. You can't bash on another set of softs.
Yeah. So there you have it. There, pros and cons of starting on the hardest compound.
Yeah.
Pros on the quicker tyre at the end. Cons is the fact that if you get wing damage quite early on, you're going to have to switch to a 2-stop because you can't put on another set of soft. Well, you can put on another set of harder tyre, but you will need to stop again.
Yeah, and you would have had to have selected harder compounds in the load up menu as well.
No, yeah,
Which is it's unlikely. So it's Streamer on pole. Let's see what job he can do on the ultras.
Yeah, he's got to try and hold back the 2 Red Bulls and his teammate as well.
Yeah, so we've got a glitch yellow flag. There's 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. I'm not getting a great camera angle from Codemasters, but no, it's sorted now. The keeper has got a good run up the inside.
Oh, a little bit of a slide from the keeper there, and Extremer manages to hold on just about.
Yeah, that better sort of traction and turning around the first corner sure helped, but I wasn't expecting on the supers.
No, and to be fair, what I looked in the background, his teammate of Afri was under pressure from Bert going into turn 1, but still single file in the positions they were on the grid at the moment. I've just noticed as well, Loki already up to 9th.
Yeah, that's a good
single
start.
file down the main straight for the first time. No benefit of DRS, but is anybody going to be thinking of making a lunge going into this braking zone?
Possibly one of the Mercedes on a McLaren. Is Boblet Scott on Joe or TMC Coreboy? And TMC Coreboy's got the inside line going into the next corner, but Boblet Scott
side by side.
Yeah, Boblet Scott gets the move done, does he? It's hard to hang it around the outside there.
Yeah, we saw what Hamilton tried to do in the real life Aussie Grand Prix last year, and that outside line is not where you want to be. Oh, as the other Mercedes runs wide, and the McLaren gets a really bad exit, but isn't compromised that much as we end lap 1. At the moment, I'm low-key is in the situation where he can win the title, but he's under pressure from Pordy. Behind him, he goes defensive into turn 1, has the inside into it, but the Alfa Romeo in front doesn't help him, and Pordy's going to go out on the outside.
Straight around the outside.
Still side by side. Yeah, I think Pordy's got it, but they're still side by side going to the S section, and I'm low-key sensibly backs off.
Yeah, no, I think that was Yarm, because I was looking at Pordy. I think both passes got through there, and Loki down to P11.
Yeah, they have indeed. Now Loki's out of points.
The Haas is very good teamwork between them, shown that all season really, and last week as well. Yarm acting as a bit of a buffer in last week's race for Pordy.
Yeah, I noticed those two have been working very well.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, and Pordy
would. At the moment.
No. Pordy with another great move around the outside. Last week he took someone into first corner in Japan, just swooped round the outside of the leader to take the lead. It was a really good move.
Oh, and Wesker shaping up a move on Corby himself, and I think the job's done just about. I think Corby's lost both positions in the Mercedes now.
Yeah, he has. He was in P5, so Corby not having a great start. It's not a tyre differential. It's just a bad start. But Joe,
late lunge up the inside. Does he get it stick?
Wesker trying to hold it on the outside. And I mean, I think it was a very fair move. Wesker did not cover the inside at all, and there's plenty of tarmac there.
Yeah, there is plenty. But it's not really the greatest line you want. You want to be further away from the apex rather than closer.
Yeah, no, and Joe left room on the outside for Wesker, so
yeah, which is good racing.
Yeah. Up front, I think DRS has enabled this lap, and to keep a 4 tenths off Extremer.
He moves over to look like he's going to make a move, but thinks better of it. He needs to realise that Extremer is on the softer compound, so I don't know how long he's going to last. Poor boy gets himself the first penalty of the day, and is battling once again with the Mercedes.
Yeah, for the keeper there's no real rush. I think it's probably about lap 3 where the supers are going to become the quicker tyre, to be honest.
Yeah, so basically the end of list. But I've just noticed as well, I'm low-key's lost another position to race P1, and it's now down to 12th. I don't know whether these soft tyres are coming into their own, really.
No, I'd say supers definitely quicker than the soft at this stage. Probably another 4 or 5 laps before the softs will really become a good race tyre.
Yeah, but at the moment, it's when does Extremer pit? So he doesn't want to really. He's got to compromise Bert being the lead driver, both on the same strategy, and not far enough apart to make both pit on the same lap work.
Yeah, Bert hasn't had the start he would have wanted on the ultras. He's 1.3 off Afri at the DRS. He's more troubled by the Mercedes behind him.
Yeah, Scott is getting quite close, but he's within DRS. So yellow in sector 2. Not too sure what that is for.
So Williams going slowly. Mata, he's just dropped off the pack. He's 5 seconds down now. Don't know what happened there. Does he have wing damage? Yeah, I think front right's gone.
Yeah, might have had a collision with the Force India with Jake. They were quite close, those two. But I also just noticed that Yarman made the move on his teammate. Well, runs very wide, but doesn't lose the position to Pordy, and it's still 9th and 10th at the moment on the supers. A lot of drivers on the supers, so that a lot of drivers are going to go in a long way in this first stint.
Yeah, good move past the lead here.
Oh, already lost the rear, coming out of the final corner, and might get overtaken by Racy going into turn one. Great camera angle I'm seeing of the front range is not the greatest. On the two.
Extremer lost it in the wall, just lost it under traction, did a bit of a Vettel, and
He's got to be careful not to back onto the track when the cars are coming. Matt is in the pit, so he's fine now. Matt has got a wing change.
Yeah, and the Extremer backed out.
So we're seeing that crossover point now, and with Bert seeing his teammate having a spin, he needs to be very careful himself.
Yeah, that's maybe why Bert's been slow. He knows he needs to prolong these tyres at least till lap 6, 7 realistically. But the Mercedes...
Yeah, I think that's... Oh, Scott goes up the inside. Yeah, I think Bert doesn't really want to fight at the moment.
No, he just needs to try and hold on and be somewhere in a position when he's on at the end.
I think something's happened to Paulies.
Oh no!
Now... Oh, is it? Oh dear.
Yeah, so basically Johan tried it up the inside into one of the slow left-handers, clipped Joe's rear tyre, and Joe span round about 90 degrees. And...
neither of them have benefited from that.
No. Did Johan get wind damage?
I think
it was a light tap. He may have got away with it, to be honest. I don't know. I don't know if it was a attempt to desync. It's a big thing to say. I think it was more just a failed dive bomb, to be honest.
Yeah. Now Paulie's up into 7th with those two coming together. And I'm low-key now in points where he should be. If Bert was to finish 3rd, this is where I'm low-key needs to be. Ninth place will do, or is it even outside the points will do?
Yeah. So Bert needs above 2nd place to take it on to another week. And Bert's just hovering in that DRS range of Bob Scott, and that could be the best thing to do. Just save tyres in the corners and gain in straights. He's not that far off the lead, to be honest. Lap 6, he's only 3.5 seconds off Afri on the supers. I think he's doing a good job. Yeah,
he is. He's managing the gap to Wesker behind as well. He's kept that between like 1.5 and 1.7 consistently, and it's actually helping him because he's not getting any pressure from him being within that 1 second window, and he's still getting DRS from the other Mercedes in front.
Yeah, that's very helpful. I think he may slip out of it here through these S section though. Dirty
and Racy side by side going into the S section, and I think Fordy holds on for now. Oh no, it's not, it's Merck. Fordy and Merck going side by side. Yeah, he's getting mixed up with it. He's in the sandwich of Alfa Romeo. Yeah, he went for a move up the inside into turn 1, and then I think Merck had the better line and better traction and kept them side by side, and holds on to P6 at the moment.
Yeah, at the moment, the keyword there because of this DRS straight.
Yeah, I think Merck's going to be at 6 and Duck. He's got Paulie, Racy, his teammate, and I'm low-key, all in a train.
Good straight line speed for Merck though. Paulie was in overtake and had DRS and wasn't gaining that much.
Ooh, they're still side by side. Round the outside is the Haas, and he's got the inside into this very tight left-hander, and is forced to the outside. Still side by side, these two. I don't think Merck's going to give up on this position.
No, he tried the switchback. I don't know if you see that. He tried the like switchback dive bomb sort of thing into the slow left-hander.
Still side by side. They managed to make it side by side through that long right-hander.
Merck pits.
And Merck is in.
So is Bert. So Bert pitting at the same time as Merck on the supers. So Shows what a good job he did.
Yeah, he did very well to push them. But what tyres he on? He's on supers, so he has to do well. Unless he can make those supers last 20 laps.
Oh, he's gone for the 2-stop for sure then.
Yeah, and then obviously Merck's gone for the 1 onto a set of softs. So we're still 20 laps. There's still a long way to go on a 1 set of tyres.
Yeah, I think Burke will just about be able to do that. I think this is about when I pitted, when I did my 50% race run here. You can do it, but it is sort of 70% towards the end.
Yeah.
This time.
Yeah, it was within that range of do you risk getting a puncture or not?
Yeah, definitely. But I heard the Division 1 race in Japan had people finishing the race on 85% tyre wear, and it's just something I'd never do.
That's very risky, that is.
Yeah.
Because it's that point of once it hits over 70%, there's a possibility of you getting a puncture. And if you're, say, just past the pit lane and get a puncture, then you're just out of the contention and you should have taken that extra. You've lost more than 20 seconds, you would have taken a pit stop.
Yeah, I guess, but I think doing another stop is probably like they'd rather gamble than do another stop sort of thing. It's all or nothing sort of strategy. But
Porty in. I'm seeing these drivers that are on the supers. I thought they could probably get to at least lap 10, 11, but they're pitting quite early compared to what I would think.
Yeah, for sure. Maybe they're trying to go for undercuts.
Yeah, undercuts would be... Yeah, especially I think Porty was the leader of... he's actually jumped. Oh, he jumped Merck. And now nearly nose to tail going to the S section.
Merck with the warmed up tyres though, and look how much grip he had in the S's.
Gets the move done.
Gets the move done in the S's, sorry. That's the benefit of the warm up.
Yeah, that is the benefit of the undercut. You're going to be pouncing on a guy that's come out, as you saw here. Porty may have jumped him while Merck was warming those up, but now that they're nice and warm, he's managed to get the move back, and he needs to keep an eye on basically his teammate and also Yarman, who they were battling with before the pit stops.
Yeah, definitely. And I think Loki's come to life now. Round the back of Racy, those tyres definitely looking good as Racy pits, and so does Johan.
So that releases I'm Loki from the dirty air of those two. Afri's in as well.
Yeah, 1 lap earlier than the keeper. So can Afri jump the keeper, not through like the initial undercut, but in that warm-up phase. Bert's jumped Afri, but that's understandable on the super softs.
Yeah, best super softs as well. But not by much, it's only a second.
Yeah, I think he'll get away now again in the warm-up though. Definitely.
The gap between I'm Loki and Bert is 7.5 seconds. Both drivers need to pit again, which is unfortunate for Bert, otherwise unless he can stretch those tyres. It's one of those ones where he needs to keep a level head and just manage his tyres.
Just be in it to win it sort of thing. Like, I hope something bad happens to Loki.
Yeah, but at the moment, gaps are starting to form, quite drastic gaps. I think the closest one at the moment is Yarman on Racy, both went in the pits at the same time, both came out line astern, and it's Alfa Romeo Haas, from 7th down to 10th.
Joe Corboy trying to make a move on Mata for P11. Ooh, turns in, how's that gonna...
Tried to go around the outside, but he's going to have the inside for this tight right-hander, still side by side, but then Matt was going to have the inside for the next corner, and keep. Was that a keep position? I think so.
Yeah, keeps it. It's quite aggressive in the defence, went right across the other side of the track.
D-keeper tried to do a D-keeper's pit. He's come out behind Afri and in front of Scott. Not surprising, but D-keeper very close to his teammate of 3/10.
Yeah, well, that is Afri jumping him, and Afri will have those warmed up tyres. But can he get out of DRS is increasing, but I don't think it'll be a second at the DRS detection.
No, but I've just noticed as well that Bert took 2 seconds out of Loki on the last lap alone. But is he chasing him down to then pit at the same time?
Yeah, well, they've both got to pit again, so that just shows how well Bert's doing compared to Championship leader Loki.
Yeah. Ooh, Merck and Wesker side by side going into the victim zone on the back straight, and Merck's got position.
He does, and then I think a little desync tap there from Wesker on Merck, but Merck with a good cutback.
Matter and Cowboy side by side as well. So battles left, right and centre at the moment as Afri sets the fastest lap on those softs. Still side by side are Matter and Cowboy. It's basically for glory here. There's no points on the board, but...
Yeah, 14 seconds off P10 Racy.
Oh, we've lost to the rear from Cowboy. And still with intention to make a block to turn 1.
We saw Joe try and make a move earlier. Is he going to do it again? No, he's not. He's a bit too far back.
Yeah, Bert's now 3.5 seconds. He's taking 2 seconds a lap out of Lucky on those older softs.
Yeah, I mean, well, those super soft, 4 laps old super softs, they're going to be really quick.
Yeah, this is Loki doing that, doing a strategic call to try and just push. Well, not push, trying to save his tyres. Oh, Afri on a move on Bert.
Bert tries to fight him back up the inside. It's not what Bert wants to be seeing if he wants to win this race. The guy who doesn't have to pit again breezing past him.
No, it's not going to help. Yellow in sector 3.
It's not Cowboy and Matt. No, it's not. It is Pordy. So what happened to Pordy? I don't know who he was fighting. I think it was Boblet Scott in one of the Mercedes. Yeah, and he's got some horrible ring damage, so no front end plays. A big moment for Pordy there.
Yeah, losing a lot of time, so potentially would need to pit to just change the wing, because running out on broken wings is not really beneficial.
No, absolutely not.
Pretty short, so your set of supers won't be able to go to the end.
No.
And probably now for Bertie, under pressure from the other Red Bull of the keeper, and these softs seem to be a bit better at the moment. I think Bert's burnt out his tyres, his rubber, and he's got the DRS of the other Red Bull. But the inside goes the keeper into a hairpin and gets the position.
Yeah, crucial for the keeper. He doesn't want to see Afri getting too far up the road.
But now they're really close onto the back of I'm Low Key, who's been leading this race since both Red Bulls pit. And it's only 1.5 second gap with the keeper keeping within that 1 second, and basically dragging, might even drag Bert along himself.
Yeah, I think that's what Bert's got to do again. Lots of time penalties been popping up though.
Yeah, which it could come down to. But I'm sure Loki hasn't got one at the moment, and I think Bert hasn't got one either. So those two drivers are pretty clean themselves. I'm pretty sure I saw Afreed's name pop up once.
Yeah. I've seen Loki pop up once.
No, you have, so... Could decide the winner of this race between the two Red Bulls, unless Loki is able to do a charge on his final stint.
Yeah, that would be good to see. But I think it'll be too much to ask. He's going to have to get his overtaking boots on.
He will do. When he pits, he will come out in P9 behind the two Alfa Romeos. So he's going to have to do a lot of overtaking. That will promote Bert up to third. But Bert will need to pit again.
Yeah. And we're only half distance, so... Yeah, I think...
Still play for.
Yeah, no, I think for Bert, I'd whack on set softs. I mean, tyre wear looks to be extremely high. He's on 6 lap old supers and he's just been passed by the guys on the softs, so...
So after making a move on the leader of Loki up the inside, and I think he's got it done. He has indeed.
Sure, Loki wants no part in this fight. He just wants to lose as least time as possible.
Yeah, he doesn't want to end up in the wall.
No.
And needs to realise that he needs to pit again. Well, when he's making his first and only pit stop.
Sliding a bit there. That would hurt his rear tyres.
Well, they are 14 laps old, so they're not going to be the best of the bunch out of the three leaders on those tyres. No,
ooh, slides again there, and the keeper was almost caught up in that. The keeper should get past now. Loki did get DRS off Afreed, but not defending.
Yeah, the keeper put his EOS in overtake, and I'm probably using rich mixture as well. He wants to make that move as quick as possible, because he's now out of that 1 second window on his teammate and needs to get back into it.
Yeah, for sure. I think that, I don't know what happened to Paulie. I think he got caught up in an incident and he was out of any real contention for good points today.
Yeah. Corby and Matt are still battling. They're still side by side. Wheel banging between the two of them, going to the braking zone of the back straight, and Mata holds on once again as Loki finally pits.
Yes, once again, that's incredible. They've been going at it for a good 5 laps now.
And they're now battling for a point.
Yeah. So, P9, yes. It is P9 for Loki. I'll just see how many seconds off the lead. It'll be around about the pit stop time because he was around them. But it'd be good to see. 20.7 seconds. He's just putting a fresh set of supers.
Yeah, probably judging by some worldly lap times at the start of his stint.
Yeah, he's got a nice bit of clear air to do that, but judging by Bert, those supers are not very competitive for too long.
No. Yeah, we saw that he could catch up to Loki by 2 seconds a lap, but then after about 6 or 7 laps he was dropping back and then got overtook by the two Red Bulls.
Yeah. And yeah, the two Red Bulls are probably where we should be heading. So 0.3.
Yeah, this battle for the lead is not over yet.
Yeah.
I think Bert is dropping away a little bit too much to get involved. But then again, we could have a 2018 Baku incident in the real life Grand Prix where there could be an incident if the keeper thinks he's quicker than his teammate and tries to make an audacious move, and if Athlete is a bit too defensive.
Yeah, I just caught Joe and Matt are going down the DRS straight, and Matt are defending very, very aggressively to the inside, and Joe just hit the back of him. I think he picked up a little bit of wing damage.
I think he has.
Tiniest bit of wing damage. I saw a bit of carbon fibre fly off. I can't see any visible damage, but
No, he didn't have too much of a bad run through that long right-hander. But if you had substantial wing damage, that is where you're going to lose the most time. And he's already dropped back now 1.2 seconds, so there could be a little bit of damage to that McLaren.
Yeah, I think it was more out of frustration. He just sort of got off the throttle on the exit. He was possibly punching something. But because no, he has been stuck behind him for ages. To be fair, I can understand.
Yeah, you can get frustrated when you've been battling a whole race with one driver and still not being able to make the move stick.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's obviously the wing levels, the setup difference is not allowing Joe past, and he's probably faster in the corners, but
yeah. But yeah, the keeper's keeping within that 1 second. Although he just dropped out a little bit there. Probably didn't have a good run through the final sector.
no, he did pick up DRS fortunately for him though, just inside on the detection zone.
But he's in that situation where if he makes one little mistake, he could lose out on DRS down the road.
Yeah. Picking up a bit of lag in this lobby.
Matter in the pits. And so's Corby.
Maybe Mata was enjoying having Joe behind him.
Ben, I wanted to keep it.
Yeah, no, I don't think that would be the case. I think they've just got nothing to lose and might as well.
Not really. And then then from the back of Jake after their pit stop, and on fresh tyres compared to Jake as well. We should be able to call him in.
Yeah, I haven't seen too much of Jake this race, but you know, he's on for a point at the moment, so just from keeping it clean.
After he gets himself a penalty there, not going to help.
No, not at all.
If he wants to take the victory.
No, and the keeper's on that 1 lap fresher set of tyres, and due to how marginal it is around here, I think that will come into play later on.
Yeah, it will indeed. But then again, being stuck in the dirty air of your teammate might not be that beneficial either.
No, be sliding around a bit.
It's interesting to see what Bert does now. On 11 lap old supers, pulling away from this battle for the lead. He's got a comfortable gap to Scott behind. If he was to pit, he would come out in P9. But he isn't really going to help him, so
yeah.
If I was in Bert's shoes, just try to stick it out.
Yeah, I think what he did, because he pitted lap 7 for the supers, end of lap 7.
Yeah, he did.
So he must be going for the ultras because he's quite a sensible person. I'm sure he would have realised he would have had 20 laps to do 2 pit stops, so he'd do 10-10, but at the moment he's currently done 11 on this set, so I think he's holding out for the ultras.
Yeah, and then be on the quicker tyre at the end to try and just salvage anything out of this race.
Yeah, he's just going past the pits now, so see what he does. Yeah, he's staying out again, so definitely ultras for Bert at the end. That'll be good to see.
Just having a quick look at penalties at the moment. After he has 2 3-second penalties, he's also got 2 warnings. So he's not too far away from the third. And then the keeper has 1 penalty, but is in the same situation. 2 warnings.
Okay.
And
okay, so
I've only got just the 1 warning.
Just the 1 warning. That's very handy. I saw 1 penalty for Loki earlier pop up.
Yeah, I'll have a quick look at Loki as well.
But again, must remind everyone, but Bert needs P2 or above here.
Yeah, Loki's got the one penalty, and is very close to, if he gets, I think, one more warning, he might get another penalty on top of that.
Okay. As the two Red Bulls are fighting for the lead, the keeper dived down the inside after he went for the switchback, caught it a bit late, but sure that's what happened, and the keeper's gone out on the curb.
Yeah, he's essentially gifted Afri back the race lead. Not what he would have wanted after making the move stick. And he's got to now try and do it again.
Yeah. Didn't pick up a warning out there. I don't know if you saw that the keeper didn't pick up a warning out there. I think it's probably the third to last corner. Just on the exit. No, it didn't come up as a penalty, and if he was on 2 warnings, but...
No, he did get a warning though.
Did he?
Yeah,
maybe it was
maybe
it was a causing a collision warning.
Could be.
Yeah.
But it's a system where if you get a warning on the same lap, you got a penalty. Like you got a penalty and then you get a warning not long after. I'm not too sure whether it contributes to the next penalty. I've seen before whether someone's got 2 warnings as well as a penalty on one lap.
Yeah, that's true.
Or that warning that was given could have been contributed to that penalty that just happened. So I remember when you do get a warning for a penalty, you get the warning first and then you get the penalty. So that could be what's happened. Loki up to 6. Just made a move on Racy.
Racy got a very good exit though. Switchback exit.
Yeah, but Loki's got DRS.
Yeah.
Oh, very close to moving back into the racing line. And now to 6.
Yeah, expected stuff. But Loki 5 lap old super softs. He's still got 7 laps to do on those, so let's see what that gets him.
Yeah, I noticed that Bert hit that lap.
Oh, he did put on supers.
He's on the supers, so he's just going to held loose. He might not even, to be fair, he might not have even had a fresh set of ultras to go back on.
Yeah.
They might have had to take the super softs, but then again, these tyres are... They should easily last the rest of the race, so they can just push.
Yeah, that's...
and try and catch the 2 Alfa Romeos.
Yeah, I imagine that's why he held out for that long. He just wanted to be able to straight push to the end. The keeper still following Afri around in DRS zone.
Yeah, there's 6. Well, this is number 7, but there's 6 laps after this to go. And I don't think D-Keeper's been leading any of this race, but it's going to look like he's going to make a move that he did last time. And will he be able to make it stick? He does indeed, but can he make sure he doesn't make the mistake he made last time he was leading? And I think that might be position completed. Well, he wasn't quite wide on the entry into that double left-hander, and that's a position change for the lead.
Yeah, I think that was just the ERS getting on top of the Afri. He's about 20%, well, he was about 20% lower than the keeper going onto DRS straight, so sure that battle's not over.
No, I hope not as well. We want to keep this battle going all the way to the end.
Yeah. No, as Bert on those supers catching up to Merck on the 14 lap old softs. Remember, he pitted very early.
Yeah, he's gained a lot of time already. I think that was 2 seconds that lap.
Yeah. No, and that should be a no contest really. Yeah, he's before the first corner really. Could get back on the racing line.
Yeah, now he's just got to try and chase down the other Alfa. He's a little bit further away, 4.5 seconds, but we saw what his pace was like when he was trying to chase down I'm Loki on those old softs, and he managed to 2 seconds out each lap, and we might be able to see a similar form.
Yeah, and well, how much has he got to a podium? He's about 10 seconds off the podium place, but everyone around him is going to be a lot slower than him, so it's a long lap.
Sector 1. Oh, Corby's gone.
Corby's retired.
I'm just going to ride on board with Fake. Oh, Wesker and Yarman changing position.
Yeah, I think that was Johan trying to pass and then Wesker defending, but I'm not 100%.
Yeah, just looking at... I was riding on board with Jake and I noticed that Corboy lost it out in the first sector.
Oh really? Was he in the gravel trap?
He was the position change between Jake and Corby was in the first sector, so unless he hit a wall or just lost the rear. If he'd lost the rear, he'd got wing damage. Oh, and Loki took a move on Yarman. Very close. No, Yarman looking for a move on Wesker. I'm getting my name from it muddled up.
Yeah, we've got 2 Red Bulls very close as well. Just about to head onto the DRS straight. I think I'll keep an eye on them, so I can't see a move being done by Johan in there.
Yeah. Oh, both drivers getting not greatest of exits. I think Alfie got a worse one than the keeper.
Is he going to go for a late dive?
Back in. I don't like it when drivers do that when I'm watching. It looks like they're going to go for a late lunge and then they shift back in. It's like real F1 drivers. They move over to get out of the dirty. I think it's just to try and help their tyres cool down when going into the braking zone.
Yeah, I think as well it's just to scare the driver in front. I mean, with the proximity arrows on this game, you all of a sudden you see it going to the left up the inside and you panic a little bit. But
yeah, that's true as well.
Like, you know, Bottas at the Bahrain Grand Prix, he got completely dummied by Leclerc.
Yeah, he did.
Bottas has done that a few times now, and it's just annoying. It's really rookie stuff, in my opinion, to be honest, to actually get freaked out by the driver doing that. But
when you're in that kind of stage, you think it doesn't matter if you're going to go up the inside. I'm just going to hold my line.
Exactly.
If you're there, you're there. If you're not, then I'm just going to carry on.
Yeah, I think that's how Magnussen got past Giovinazzi in Australia as well. Turn 3.
Yeah.
I just like those moves. I just find them funny, quite memorable. Loki 2 tenths behind Johan.
Yeah, 3-way back and forth. I was going to say Yarman's going to be a sitting duck, but then Yarman's going to have DRS and slipstream of Wesker in front. So it might help. Oh, is that a late lunge from Yarman? Oh, it's nearly contact between Wesker and Yarman's lost out there.
Yeah, I don't know what to make of that, to be honest. It was a late lunge, but Wesker didn't cover the inside, so he wasn't entitled to go for it.
Go down there, but because I think he got cut off. I think Wesker line using the racing line when he come over that apex, it sort of nearly cut him, and there was almost
squeezed him a little bit.
Yeah.
Nothing too bad though.
No, but luckily there wasn't contact.
But making decent progress. But he's running out of laps. He's got 3 laps to go. And I think a podium is definitely off the cards, barring penalties though. But Boblet Scott has driven a very quiet race. We haven't mentioned him in P3. Yeah. Really?
Yeah, he's had a quite quiet race. He's got a 9-second gap to the 2 Red Bulls that are still going nose to tail. And then he's got a 5-second gap to his teammate who's now under pressure from low key on those 10-lap-old stuffers, but then again that's comparing it to 15-lap-old softs. So it's really should shape its tyres.
Yeah, I think that would be quite sort of similar grip, I would imagine. I don't know what tyres I'd rather be on.
Move up the inside. He does go for the move up the inside into corner at the end of the straight and gets the move done. Oh, but locks up again, going around the next right-hander, but keeps hold of the position for now. Wesker trying to make a different line through there, just to basically get out of the dirty air through those corners, but at the moment, I think he's dropped back a bit. Yeah, I think the dirty air is not really helping Wesker at the moment through that long right-hander, but the back drivers run wide, and is that... Why is Yarman going in the pit?
I have no idea.
Retiring? Why is he retiring?
Wow.
Excuse me?
Jeez, lap 27, like rage quitting.
Slide from Merck pulling out the, a massive slide from Merck pulling out the final corner. But he's benefited from the Yarman retiring. I think Massa will be happy with that as well. He'll be up to 9, and then Jake gets himself a point.
Yeah, obviously frustration for Yarm. He has been caught in a few incidents today though. And I think that recent one with Wesker would have probably tipped him over the edge.
Yeah, could have done. There's only 2 laps to go. There'll be 1 lap as the 2 Red Bulls are coming through the final sector. The yellow flags in sector 1 and 2.
Looks all good, yeah, I just went through the whole grid, it's no problem. Oh, 1 second.
Afri's just got a 5-second stop go for exceeding track limits. I don't think that's going to benefit, and might benefit Scott as we come on to the final lap. Not too sure what F1 Mr. Chris is doing, but he's now backed off from the back of D-Keeper, going into the last lap. No real pressure from the Mercedes behind, but I think Loki's done enough to get himself champion. He's sitting ahead of Bertie, which isn't what well, it will benefit him, but he didn't really need to finish in front of Bertie. He just needed to finish inside the top 9, and that was where pressure was supposed to be put on to Bertie. Bertie's closed into the back of Wesker, and there could still be a battle for P5. I think Bertie will like the fact that he gets into top 5 to do in the 2-stop. All side by side. Bert's going to go around the outside into the middle sector at the end of the back straight. Side by side, these 2 drivers, and I think Bert's got that move done. On those fresher tyres, 17 lap old tyres on Wesker's car, hasn't helped him on this final lap, and Bert gets up into 5th. And Red Bulls finish it 1-2 from the keeper from Afri. They've ended up finishing 9-10 seconds behind after getting a 5-second stop go penalty on the last lap.
Well, yes, sorry, back now. Yeah, obviously sped into the pits or something for that free.
No, he got the 5-second stop go for exceeding track limits.
Oh, really?
On the last lap.
Oh.
Yeah. He didn't do 1 second. Scott got home in 3rd. Bert made the move from. Bert got 4th.
Yeah, he jumped low kill. Yeah.
But Loki is our driver's champion, and we have been requested to invite I'm Loki into. Yeah, Dan, that's the one. I haven't got him saved as Dan on my phone, but I should do. Yeah. we've been requested to invite Unlucky into the party to discuss being drivers champion.
That would be good.
Yeah. So I've got to make sure he's got his settings on.
That is the keeper that wins on the day. Red Bull 1-2, Afri in second. Boblet Scott in third. Really good drive from him.
Yeah, I think if Red Bull had turned up a little bit earlier and taken the pace, they could have been had a real good fight with the drivers, I think.
Yeah, for sure, by the looks of it. So, mentioned the podium drivers. Burton fourth, good effort from him on a two-stop to get P4. In front of Loki in P5, Wesker P6, Racy P7, Mata P8, Merck P9, Jake P10, Yarm 11th, Extrema 12th, Cowboy 13th, Paulie 14th, but down from 11th, they were all DNFs.
Yeah. And also just a quick shout out to Bert as well, the only driver not to get a penalty.
Yeah, that's always a good achievement, especially around here.
Yeah. So yeah, if you invite...
Ah, yes. Hopefully he knows about this. Yeah, it's like preparing the flag for when you win the World Championship. Just having it there in case. He's left the lobby, which is not a good sign, but
Yeah, hopefully he's still around.
Connection went downhill. My stream was okay. The upload speed was fine. The download usually goes down at this time of night because I've got people streaming all sorts all around the house.
Oh.
Loki.
What's going on?
Just one quick question. Have you got your audio on sharing? Just so that people
done it in a while. I can't remember how to do it.
Yeah.
How do you do it? Oh yeah, sure.
I'll check the stream.
Yeah. I think if you also go on to party settings, go onto the party, go onto party settings, and it says allow your voice to be shared, and then put allows always allow or allow this, I don't know, allow for current party.
Yeah, mine. I think it's allowed still. Yeah.
Yeah, it's working. It's working. It's all good.
That's fine then. So I'll let you, Chris, ask the first question to our new drivers champion for Division 2.
Well, firstly, how does it feel?
I don't know. Like I don't know. You know, it just feels good. I ain't gonna lie. It's been a while.
Yeah.
Won a title.
Mm.
Yeah.
I guess it was more a matter of time though, so it's more like it's probably not a massive shock to you right now, like, to be perfectly honest.
I was hoping for more of like a championship, but I think Bert did well. He did well at the start.
Yeah, I think both of you did pretty well at the start of the season.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a good season all round. So I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Well, I think everybody who's got a drivers' championship under their belt will say that.
yeah. Hopefully, hopefully one day I'll get into Division 1 and like challenge for that one as well. But
Yeah, we'll see. You could get promotion from this,
hopefully,
but again, there's still a few more races to go. It all could come tumbling down.
yeah. I'm not sure what the constructors are saying, but hopefully that's up as well. We'll see.
Well, we'll have a little quick look now. Yeah, you did have a commanding lead to Ferrari. This was before Japan, but I'm not too. But then again, I don't think constructors is wrapped up just yet, especially with Red Bull getting a double pole this time round. So I think it's still plays for mathematically.
Yeah. Are Red Bull in the? Are they close?
Well, I haven't got them. I don't know what the results were for Japan. They were 103 points before Japan, and I think they got a strong result in.
They got
Japan as well, so
25 points in Japan after he didn't turn up last week in the other Red Bull.
there was 25 points to Red Bull comparing.
I think Loki
to
got
McLaren.
4.
There's 3 races to go. It might be mathematically possible. Let me just have a look. 43 points in total for each. So yeah, there's 129 points available. So yeah, it's still all to play for in the constructors. But then again, it's on the cards to be McLaren's at the moment.
Yeah. Yeah. Personally, I think it's right.
This is a point where Red Bull win back to back in Mexico, Brazil, and Abu Dhabi, and you and Boy just blow each other up.
I was actually thinking to retire and not race the next few races, but I'll tell you what, I'll have to see how the constructors are looking for.
Yeah, you need to get your calculator out and
Yeah.
see if you can get the double, because it's one feeling getting a driver's title, but it's good to get the constructors as well.
Yeah, true.
It means that not only you but your teammate has managed to get
true.
something out of it.
That feels alright. Like, because I've expected to win the championship for so long, it feels kind of normal, but it feels
Yeah, when
taking
you're
a
in
while
that,
to like hit me.
yeah, in that mind zone of, we'll say Hamilton's mind zone, when he's expecting to win a championship.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then when it
good to
finally
get out of the
arrives-
way. Yeah, I'm sure. I know I'm not promotion and relegation is so much of a thing this season. I think it's more availability, but I'm sure your performances have not gone unmissed, and yeah, maybe Div 1 is waiting. Who knows? But
Yeah, I think you're putting a show on for those Div 1s just to show that if you were to come up, you're not someone to be beaten around the bush. You're someone who can battle for podiums, wins, and maybe more.
I've always thought of myself to be like a front runner driver, so I expect if I go to Division 1 to be challenging for top 3s.
That's good.
Well-
Always good to be positive.
Yeah.
well, you were battling Scuba quite hard.
Yeah.
And Scuba's got a couple of race wins under his belt in Div 1, so yeah,
Yeah.
say no more.
Svensky was Division 2. He forced me to like practice a bit more,
Yeah.
like to be like a bit more Division 1 pace. But yeah, if I came to Division 1, I'd probably put in a bit more. But yeah, no disrespect to Division 2.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Look.
we'll tell them all that. They're listening to the stream now and they're like, oh, why has he gone and said that? Yeah.
But I guess what makes it even more impressive is that I believe you're a no assist driver, like complete no assist, no line or anything hidden like that.
Yeah. Well, I'll use racing line for corners other than that, because I don't really games much other than that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Out of the assist that isn't an assist
Mm.
because if you're not used to the track or know where to
Yeah.
brake and all this, if you're sweating 24/7, knowing where each individual brake point is on every single track, then I think the racing line for the corners. I think it just gives you a guideline where to brake, but you don't have to brake there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of I only put in an hour's practice today, and sector 3 it was really hard for braking, like throughout ABS. Like I couldn't get it right.
Oh yeah,
But,
definitely. There's lots of turning and braking required, and that is not a strong point for ABS, for sure.
Yeah, that's all wrapped up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have a chill, get drunk.
That's what we like to hear. Well, I hope we like to hear.
Go celebrate.
Yeah.
Well,
Looking forward to next season.
yeah, absolutely. Well, I think we'll let you go. Have a celebratory drink,
Yeah.
and yeah, hope to see you soon in Div 1 for sure.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Mm.
Yeah. Thank you.
Nice one.
Cheers.
Thanks for joining us, Loki.
Yeah,
Congrats.
no worries.
Yeah.
Thank you. Take care.
Cheers.
Yeah, I
Right.
think you should wrap it up then.
Yeah, no, I was just about to say,
Sorry.
yeah, no, cheers for joining me, Peter, and
Yeah, it's been great.
hopefully next week we will carry on in the Americas, in Mexico, so try and join us for that. And
I shouldn't be there. I don't think I have anything written on my calendar at the moment, but knowing me, something will pop and then. But I'm sure I'll make the effort. I do enjoy doing this. Enjoy seeing battles and things like this. I should be around.
yeah, for sure, Mexico is a good track for that. So
Yeah.
right, nice one. Right, take care everyone, and see you soon.
Bye.